Hello, and welcome back to AZ Eternal Magic stream. Looks like Justin Beck has won the die roll. Did you draw? Nice. We got
Are we
Justin.
live?
Yes, we're live.
Hello, I am Dan Ford, the one and only.
The one and only Goblins player that has got
that's
his
not true.
spot in his. Well, there's a couple Goblins players.
I think the other guy dropped.
Ooh, Hadley's out of here.
I don't know.
No, he's still playing over there.
He's playing. He's shooting for the. I don't know what his record is.
Points. Top 16 gets better points.
Yeah, he's looking to take down the Masters at the end of the event for AZEM. Here at Arizona, we do a Masters series. It's great.
Oh yeah,
Everybody loves it.
it's gonna be a great turnout.
Yeah, it's going to be
like-
a turnout of, what, 16 people?
16 players, yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Hopefully.
It's a great turnout of 16 people.
That would be great.
Excellent.
All
So
right.
what do we have here?
We got Jason went ahead and went down to 6 cards. He's scrying get a Teague. Looks like he's leaving it on top.
So it's Maverick versus Infect.
Yeah.
So is this a win-in?
This is a winning into top 8.
All right, this is all the money right here. This is what they came
yeah.
for. Except for the points that they'll get.
Yeah.
We point out to top 16, so that's the consolation prize to loser here.
All right. Looks like a Ponder opens it up for Infect. No turn 1 creature though. So
Yeah, I think that's probably good for Maverick. Maverick can possibly go into a lot of things. Is it traditional Maverick, or does it have?
he has a whole bunch of fun stuff in his board. I don't know if I should be
Is it-
showing you his deck list though.
Yeah, I'm still in it. So.
Yeah, so
Yeah, this could be my competitor. I'm actually doing market research here.
exactly. All right.
Okay.
Thinking about which land?
Yeah, probably going to lead off the guy that doesn't have mana. Oh,
Ooh,
does he
alright.
have a turn 1 play? Oh, he has a Caddick Teague. Does that even do anything? It turns off Become Immense.
And it doesn't it turn off Invigorate as well?
What's
Isn't-
Invigorate?
I think it's a 3
4?
and a blue.
So
I mean green. Green.
For sure, a green.
So all right.
Okay, he has a Maze of It, which is super good for
Yeah.
Maverick player. Okay, Ink Moth.
All right.
And then
We got the Noble.
I think the Infect player is comfortable with his position, but it depends on how this turn shapes out for a Maverick player here.
Maverick player would definitely like to see maybe a Mox Diamond here since
Yeah.
he has so many land in hand.
I think our Maverick player is definitely going to be trying to take the control seat in this matchup,
Oh, definitely.
whatever that means. He has Liliana there too. That would be pretty good if he can get that online, but that's going to take a couple turns.
Yeah.
Now, do you just jam the Teague here, or what else is it? I can't really tell.
I mean, Teague does shut down a couple things and would draw out any counter spells for that Liliana next turn.
That's true. That's true.
He does-
but you're also looking at could you die next turn from
An Ink Moth coming.
from your Ink Moth coming in, and you can't play a blocker, right? So Teague doesn't block it. So Teague is like saying, okay, can he win by doing pump with mana abilities like 1-drops?
Which I think he only runs. He runs this one weird growth card, Might of Old Krosa, which I forget the
That's a
converted
+4
mana.
+4 if it's on your turn or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So
He just goes with the Maya's safe play. It doesn't advance his board right now, but it lets him get a little bit better, like prevent the infect damage from coming in,
yeah, that's
which
not
is where
bad.
I'd want to be.
All right, second Ink Moth gonna go ahead and animate.
Like, do you know how to use your cards? Yes, I do.
Come in for
Does
2.
Does he have the what's it called? Nope.
Nah,
He doesn't have the what's it called, everybody.
he doesn't have the what's it called.
Okay, so now he's that's smart. He's able to use the mana.
Oh,
then.
not bad.
knowing that it would be mazed. But I guess it doesn't really matter. All
Yeah.
it made him remember is that he has Maze Vith.
Got to check if that player. I mean, it's round 6.
Yeah.
People are getting tired.
Yeah. Now, Justin doesn't have much in his graveyard, so doesn't have to worry about Become Immense for now. So the Chaotic Teak really just turns off Invigorates, which he can still have.
Pretty good. Invigorate, I feel, is one of the main pump spells in this.
Yeah, I think so.
Gonna see a Ponder from Justin.
Off the Noble Hierarch, too. So he's not going to use that white mana. So he can't rely on the Exalted triggers anymore because there's a Maze of it. So he has to attack with 2 creatures, and then pump the one that doesn't get hit. But the Chaotic Teak turned off the Invigorate. So Chaotic Teak is really nice here.
Yeah.
Now, if he can, now Maverick follows up with the Liliana the next turn. It's going to be really bad. I think that if he can jam the Liliana the next turn, then we're going to look at Infect slowly losing this game.
Yeah.
But he still has to stay vigilant because there are those 2 ink moths.
He does have plenty of black mana in his hand, so that Lily's definitely
that Lily's
going
going down. Now, do you kill the Hierarch or do you kill the Blighted Agent?
I think I would go against the Blighted Agent to cut down the amount of Infect players on the board. Therefore, you're forced... Okay, another ink moth.
Yeah, so the Liliana is going to have trouble dealing with those, but we're just going to see Justin pinging in here. From what I've seen in his hand, I feel like Liliana's, you just jam that.
You could be a little wary of the daze.
He has a brainstorm and no, not brainstorm. What?
He has that. He has a bob
excavator
and an excavator. Yeah.
So if he gets a wasteland, so I think that he probably wants to get a wasteland in the next couple turns, with putting the Liliana down this turn, and then he can start dealing with those Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah.
With recurring wastelands. That's probably the spot that would be the best for the Maverick player.
Though I don't see any wastelands in hand, so we're gonna need a pretty good top deck for this to work out.
Oh, is he gonna go with the Bob?
Bob gives him 2 chances to find that wasteland.
Yeah, so I think that he's just saying, okay, I need to find wastelands. I can't, just getting rid of one of the Infect creatures isn't enough at this point.
Yeah.
Now,
he is
can
gonna
safely
attack.
He can safely attack.
Yeah.
Although, would you want? Yeah, he can't block any of them, right?
It's not worth it.
He can't. They have
could.
flying, and then they have unblockable.
True, but would the Blighted Agent block the T to put a point of Infect on it?
I don't know. Because of the Maze of it, I think this strategy here is to go wide.
Yeah. Go as wide as you can and pump whoever goes through.
It's nice to have that T because you don't have to worry about that graveyard getting big.
Yeah.
So then, do you think that these are some Become Immense going back? Because I don't know if there's mainboard answers to any permanence when you're playing Infect. Submerge.
I don't. That would not be main deck. That's reliant on your opponent.
Oh, is that reliant on your opponent?
Yeah.
Hey, don't let me see that over there.
Looks like he's going to have a lot of trouble dealing with that Teague. It's going to be on the field.
He got the fetch land down so he can shuffle away his Invigorates and his Become Immense if he has them in hand.
That's good. Coming in for 3 points.
3 poison as well. And he has an open mana, which could be up to, what?
It's going to maze one of them.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We got an update on the life totals. It's 19 to 18 because that's relevant.
Very relevant.
So there is 1 poison counter on Jason right now, though, right? From last turn?
Correct. So now he's up to 3 with the maze untapping the Blighted Agent. Would you...
I would untap the Blighted Agent for sure, because of the trick that he pulled with using the mana last time.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
No, so we have Varix.
Yeah, only once.
Only once.
Only once. What's that?
That is
the
a
one-
Cabal Pit. With
minus
Threshold?
2 at Threshold for 1 mana?
Yeah.
Okay.
But Threshold is definitely not active at the moment.
He's far from that. Now, I would almost think... Here's
Jam the
Liliana.
Lily here.
Yeah,
it's
Liliana.
safe from days.
Now, do you take the Noble Hierarch or do you take the Blighted Agent?
I still feel like with having a Maze of It, you have to take out the Blighted Agent.
Yeah. Yeah, just reduce the number of threats. He can only turn on 2 of the 3 because he has the hierarchy.
Correct. So
Swing in with the guys. All right.
Not bad.
Luckily, he's able to go across and not have to worry about them coming back at him, except for that they will.
They will.
But he can't stop it.
So he is going to go ahead and fetch away his top 2.
Yeah, the top 2, definitely. Cards that hit probably Galactic is stopping him from playing.
Yeah. Force of Will is turned off here as well.
Invigorate is 3 mana.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Knight J15. You are an all-star.
Thank you.
So then he can still play it. So he doesn't have it in hand then because he would have played it when he got through.
Yeah.
No, because you probably want to save it until the end. I think this is it here.
Pre-combat
Free combat.
Vines of the Vastwood, so it can't be targeted.
And Berserk. This is lethal.
That would be lethal.
This is me reading that I'm dead.
Yep, there we go. That is game 1 going to Justin Beck.
All right. That was a clean game by Infect. So Galactic probably not extremely good there.
Yeah, especially if Invigorate is actually only 3 mana, Teague was probably not the best.
Yeah, but it's what he had, right? He got a Thalia
Yeah.
later in the game, which would have been nice for him, but at that point you would just want to start removing those guys. But it might have been better to deploy the Thalia because you could have drained him on mana. I don't know how much extra mana he had right there. That might have been 2, which would have been enough.
But Thalia, one way or another, I think would have been pretty good because you're straining him on the amount of attackers he can have.
The amount of pumps, right? Or are you talking about Liliana constrained the number of creatures attacking? Well,
Yeah.
Thalia restrains the number of spells. That would have been a cards in hand moment.
Yeah.
It's like, how dead could I be? Okay. So
since we're not looking at sideboards,
I was like, I can't know their sideboard.
what do you think
I don't know what.
Infect is going to bring in for this matchup?
1 card, 2 cards.
Ooh, 2 cards.
Yeah. All right, we got a pile of cards over for the Maverick player.
Okay, that's
3 cards,
plenty.
4 cards. What the heck? Do you think that they?
Ways to deal with creatures. Because I think main deck Infect does not have.
No, they don't.
So those could be submerges.
Submersion.
Submerge is a nice one. And then from Maverick.
I don't know if you have more. We didn't see Mox Diamond, which means that there might not be chalices.
He did.
Did he cast any 1-drops? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Then he could still be running chalice and Mox Diamond. Why
Yeah.
not?
I do think.
Question to the
Jason-
audience: what would you bring in this situation if you were Infect or Maverick?
Very good.
Yeah, we'll see here. They have the token on the screen, but I don't know if they have noticed that it's there. It looks like it belongs to the
Oh yeah.
Infect player. He doesn't care about it though.
Nah.
He's like,
That's his point, is the
counting.
counter.
Trust me, you're at 9 Infect. We're fine here.
Yeah.
We play it in the spirit of competitive REL. So in the spirit of you have 9 Infect counters on it. Trust me.
Trust me. Believe me.
So I'm sure that there's some spicy sideboard cards coming in. I mean, you got to be ready for these kinds of decks, right?
Yeah.
He does not want to. Jason Flanzer does not want to get caught off by Berserk again. I think that they run usually 2 in their deck now.
Yeah.
It's just not good without other things.
I didn't even see the greediness of running 3.
Yeah. So how do you think Infect positions in the rest of the game? We have a few Infect players here.
We
in,
do.
In Arizona. I think that Justin here is doing the best of them.
We did have one player drop. He's no longer in the room. He was an Infect player as well.
Yeah, he did not get as fortunate as Justin did. So, I mean, I think that it's semi-well positioned. People were on it for a while after Grixis, or not Grixis, UB Death Shadow
Yeah.
was around because Infect could just go over them or go quicker. It had the same tools.
I think it's Infect's an interesting deck.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It does. It does have blue and green cards, which is a good color combination. It's not mono red, but it's a good color combination. Mono red's the best color combination.
Obviously.
Come at me.
With a splash of Phyrexian black.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta have them surgicals.
Yeah.
So do you think that, speaking of surgicals, I mean, Infect definitely can run some surgical in the sideboard. Would you bring surgical in against a Maverick player? Like, do you think that they're on punishing fires and stuff? Because if you get a punishing fire going, that's really tough to beat for Infect unless you're going to go fast.
True, but
You're on the draw. Like, you want to get ready for that.
I think with being up a game, you're going to go ahead and take the risk and not bringing it in because you did not see it game one. So you're going to go ahead and just take the risk, don't over sideboard, and just kind of see how the game two plays out.
Yeah, so we got 2 Wastelands over in Maverick's hand, which is probably pretty good that he's feeling. No, he does have the Mox
Diamond
Diamond.
and
Okay.
Swords.
Okay, I think that he's probably pretty comfortable with that hand.
Yeah, doesn't look like it has as many threats though.
Yeah, I think that he needs to worry about putting a board out that can defend him against what his opponent's doing, and then creep out later. Like if he can end up getting Ruminant Excavator or something, that's the perfect threat for what he has right now. Going
Yeah.
on.
Looks like Jason went ahead and consulted his electronic device. We'll go ahead and give him a game
This
loss
is
for
the
that.
spirit of competitive REL, which means that you can only use your phone in spirit. Or no, you can't use your phone in spirit, rather.
Ooh, a second time too. Looks like he's popular.
All right. Yeah. Who in chat's messaging our boy Jason Flanzer? You need to stop that. He's got to focus. If you're relaying our expert commentary to him, I understand.
Good thing we're not spoiling anything from the Infect deck right now.
Yes, right. I mean, like, he's definitely the focus. I feel like the Maverick's more interesting deck than Infect, but just because I don't like quick combo kills, I like to be able to do grindy things, and Maverick likes to do that as well.
You like to play Magic? You don't want to
Yeah.
just play 1 or 2 turns?
Yeah, you play the Storm, I play Goblins, so...
What? That's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah, right?
What's that green card right there in the middle? It's Dryad Arbor and
Yeah,
something.
I don't know. It's blurry green card number 9,
Ooh.
which is a really good one, but
Yeah.
way better than number 7. So
I'd definitely run it over even number 12.
two whole things. Yeah, exactly. Because the divisibility is what really matters here.
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
We got a Scry to the bottom. Could it be a Sylvan Library? No.
I mean, if he does want to go grindy, then that makes sense.
But you don't wanna
Reserving
grind.
the Mox Diamond because there's no good 2-drops that he wants to play.
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair as well. Because you want to save those until it's like because it's just information.
All right,
Okay.
Wasteland coming
Doesn't want to
out.
get hit for 1.
Hey, it's a blocker.
Oh, Liliana again. I think that's pretty good in the matchup, provided that, especially paired with the Wastelands. I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Do you go ahead and run out your only colored source, or do you put a Wasteland down here?
I wouldn't put down a color source unless I needed it, so I'd probably just put down a Wasteland, but at the same time, he has Mox, so if he needs color sources, he can do it.
True.
But he's not going to need to use swords this turn, or on his opponent's turn, so I think that it's probably best to just play something that you don't care about getting Wastelanded. which
Yeah.
would be Wasteland.
Wasteland itself.
In this scenario.
Because with double Wasteland, you can go Wasteland here, keep your second black safe, Mox Diamond into your second Wasteland next turn.
Is he deploying something here?
Passing
Hidden
would
green
be...
card? I think you're right.
Oh, that green card.
That's
What
Oath
is
of Druids. It is. We're actually playing Vintage here. What is that?
I have
I think it's
no
Sylvan
idea.
Library. We'll see here.
Nope.
Nope, it is not. I'm going to go check.
Yeah, go take a peek. All right, we got Wasteland coming down for Jason here. Is it time to deploy the Liliana? No. He's actually going to go ahead and put a Chalice on 1, even though he has his swords in his own hand.
Scavenging Ooze.
Ah, so it's a Scoos.
Yeah, which
Turns out
I
to be
feel like I
combo
interrupted
modes.
flow of play when I went over there. They both looked at me like, "What is wrong with our game right now?" So I think they're both up to something shady.
We got a
You put a
Brainstorm.
Chalice now?
Yeah,
Oh, Chalice on 1 in response to the.
and Brainstorm is in response. That is a Scooz.
R. Jorgensen's got eyes of a hawk here. He depixelated the card for us, which is great.
Thank you. So do you think he's looking for a daze here? Even though I guess
would
the
dig for
Mox time
something,
is
but-
up.
The threats that he won with last time were not undrops, right?
Correct. That is the news. Thank you.
The Holy Batman saved the day. We found out that it's a scavenging ooze. Gaining life is not relevant here, but having a 3/3 beater is. So, yeah, we're seeing the.
He went ahead and ate his own Dryad Arbor.
I see. We're seeing the 2-drop plus. So even with the Chalice on 1, he still has the threats, but he can now. I mean, he turns off his own swords though. Like that seems. I guess he stops digging is the biggest thing there.
Yeah.
Also, does not want to.
He doesn't want to lose to a
Wasteland?
daze. He's scared of. I think he's scared.
If you're scared of days, you wasteland, and then you have 3. What's
Oh, you're right.
So.
Would you take the greedy line of play and Thespian stage your wasteland and just waste him out of the game?
Oh man, I mean, I kind of like that. I kind of do. But he can have invigor. So you know what that's stopping is because he was so afraid. We all saw how many times he read Berserk. He did not want him to be casting Berserk, so that's
True.
why he put the Chalice on 1.
So Lily would come down.
And he left the Thespian stage untapped. Is that a Thespian stage?
Yeah.
That seems weird. Why wouldn't you just keep that in Wasteland? Does he have, I guess maybe he has like a 2-drop and a 3-drop that he wants to do next turn if he gets a land? No, he has 1 card.
Yeah, I would have left the wasteland.
Yeah, I think keeping
untapped.
Wasteland was good because you can, like he could have gotten rid of both the threats here.
True.
Bam, bam.
Double
right?
invigorate.
Here it comes in. What
Comes
do you
in
got?
for 9.
Yeah, now you're playing a dangerous game. He gains, 8?
Life doesn't matter for Jason.
Yeah.
All right, 2
seriously,
cards left in
Jason is depressed and life doesn't matter.
Zealous
Zealous Persecution's nice. I mean, I would still do that Wasteland. Like, I think that he should have done that last
The
turn.
wasteland should have double waste.
Yeah, right?
Take a hit.
Oh.
No.
Oh, can't cast Invigorate without a forest. Well,
True, but he did manage
he
to
drew one.
have a forest.
I feel like that's probably a clause that not many people know.
So, swinging with the Scooz? Ooh, Lily Mill.
It's the Lily.
A Caracas and a Thalia.
Thalia goes to the hand.
Thalia comes out off the... No, you want to hold up...
Yeah, you do want to hold up Zealous Persecution, right?
Or the
But,
Wasteland,
like,
because
if
nothing
you
has
just Wasteland,
haste.
then you're safe.
Nothing has haste. So you swing in for
What do you think
3.
you could be saving the Wasteland for then? Okay.
There you go.
Tapping it and then choosing the target like a real Magic player.
Good job.
Can't just pick it up and point it at their thing aggressively.
No. Thalia comes down.
Thalia comes down, I mean, it seems nice.
Swing for 3.
And then
He'll be
tapping that for fun.
2-turn clock. Oh, he scoozed to swing for
He does
4.
have Diane. Oh, he ate something. So then what, we have 4, 5, 6.
The problem with Infect, it's not really that threat dense.
Now do you
So-
kill your Lily here?
Couldn't cast Invigor. True, but he was
Yeah.
lucky and had a forest in hand.
Yeah, I think the double Wasteland was definitely a really good play in this line. I don't like he took 9 infect damage without needing to, but at the same time 9 is not 10.
Exactly.
So but he ended up doing it nothing with the mana and then did something the next turn and then Wasteland the next turn. I think that is something that when he replays this he's gonna be like that Dan Ford guy, I fucking hate him. Oh shit.
But he was right.
All right. We're losing a booth member. It's just you and me, boys. Okay. I think that Maverick probably has it pretty wrapped up at this point.
The ooze is just to be a fatty, right? 'Cause
Yeah, I
he's
think so. I mean, like
Yeah,
he gains
he's
life. It
just
doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, scorecard. Yep, next game. Yeah, it's that combination of Liliana plus Wastelands that really helped Jason in that game.
Did the chalice go?
It might have. I never saw. I never saw anything for the chalice to matter, but that could mean that it did matter. So we'll see. And going into Game 3 here, Round 6 of Arizona Eternal Magic's first city championship here in Avondale at Player Draw. We have 5 city champs in the year. Each winner gets a qualification to our Masters events at the end of the year, which is big fun, free tournament for those that get in there. We were able to crowdsource some money for that for that prize pool. Really, really good value to be able to make it to that tournament, and the prestigiousness of being able to do that in Arizona from our scene. We have a pretty large scene for Magic here in Arizona, so people like to fight for that, and that's what we try to give them. I am fighting for that right now. That's why I'm not allowed to look at deck lists or look at their sideboards to be able to do some analysis there for everybody. But we don't need them. We're basically just looking at it as they come. Like, imagine if you're there, you know what Infect has, you know what Maverick has. We all know. Kind of. I don't, actually. I was just bluffing. So, anyways, Player Draw, great location. They have a bar next door. Everybody loves the bar next door. And we'll see what ends up happening in the next match. Maybe Justin's going to lose and goes to the bar. Jason will lose and go to the bar. I mean, who's really losing if you get to go to the bar after the game? So Justin will be on the play. I think that is definitely great. He probably brings back in dazes if he took them out, because I think that puts him in a really, really good spot. He can end up deploying threats and holding up the daze for the lock pieces like Chalice. I think that Jason wants to be able to see a swords in his opening hand. Or be able to do turn 1 Chalice.
Like, I knew the ruling, I just needed another person there. Like, make sure I knew what was stifled. Because he wasn't telling me, I'm like, what's stifled? And he wouldn't tell me, I'm just like, we're getting David.
Yeah, we needed the confirmation.
Yeah, because I can't even say anything until I know that.
So Arizona Eternal Magic also has a bunch of popular, I guess locally popular resources here about Legacy. We have the O2 Dropcast that you can find on the Arizona Eternal Magic website, ArizonaEternalMagic.com. All community made, all community based. We try at least to make as much of it about the. We try to make this list about what? Okay, it's called Jam. Whatever. Does that stand for something? We'll see. We'll see if it stands for something. Anyways, you can catch the podcast that we have about our local Arizona meta, as well as the meta at large. We try to extrapolate it to that. Sometimes it's interesting to see how people tune their decks for local metas like these tournaments versus what they do for GPs. We have a lot of good discussions about that, and just about hot things that happen in Legacy.
I kind of want to become a judge, might as well.
I always thought that the Maverick, or the Chalice of the Void, Mox, and Bob, that's usually 4-color loam is what I think, but it doesn't look like he has life in the loam. So I don't know how that's evolved from there. I know that a lot of decks end up getting their own flavors.
All right, I'm back. Had a quick judge call to take care of.
apparently Jam is what we're calling the Maverick deck here, and it doesn't stand for much besides that he just jams threats like a boss.
He did write Jam on his deck list.
Did he? Did he?
So
Okay.
we can go ahead and
All right. I mean,
update
and you see a
that.
Knight. Does he have Knight of the Reliquary, and you're just like, no, this is a Maverick deck. Here. Jam Maverick. There. We are accurate. We're up on the trends here.
All right. We got
Not a brew anymore. It's tried, true, tested. He's 4-1, 6th round, about to play for his winning end. Never mind.
Ooh.
It's over.
It is over.
It's over. I looked away. I was looking at chat, and I looked there, and it looked like Infect took that one. 2-1, because
2-1
it's actually
for
2-1. We'll update
Justin.
that once I find out where things are.
Match.
Match. That is 2-1 to our Infect player. He had the swords, he had what he could, but it looks like we had a really good hand from the Infect player and just jammed the Maverick player out of the tournament.
Hey, this is Jason Flenzer's first big legacy tournament, so not a bad showing going 4-2. Maybe that is good enough to get in with breakers. We're going to
We'll
have
see, yeah.
1-4-2 squeeze in.
Yeah, 1-4-2 squeezes in because of some round one bye, or not round one bye, round one draw that one of our players ended up going undefeated after that
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
Great cast, gentlemen. Thank you.
thank you very much,
This is my first time
Daddy.
casting. I probably won't be allowed here anymore. The stream will probably get flagged for inappropriate content. I'm sorry. I mean, it's better than last time I was on the stream. I accidentally said the stream password.
That was a good one.
I've messed up a lot here.
But thank you for joining us, and we will be back with top 8 shortly.